How is Elijah all these years after the events of Unbreakable?
How is it? Later, but fine. Kind of getting back to a place, finding Elijah and isolation, and finally having playmates of a sort. Looking up and realizing, okay, now I can start to actually put my plan in action, which is good.
All characters have their lights and shadows, but who do you think is the main villain, the Beast or Mr. Glass?
Elijah.
When I saw the film, I was expecting a different reunion between David and Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting a bigger surprise, and it felt to me like they both knew that they were going to be together again. So,
really?
Yeah. Did you expect it to be like that before reading the script?
I didn't quite know what to expect, but I didn't think that their reunion would be one of joy, just because of how the last one ended, with David Dunn being kind of repulsed by Elijah, and Elijah being very disappointed in David's reaction to him when he figured it out. So I figured them as enemies.
Did Knight...
You were like, yeah, sure.
Did Knight talk to you about Glass during the time between Unbreakable and Split, or it was after Split, or?
It was after he'd done Split that he called me to say he'd done this movie that he wanted me to watch. And I was like, why? And he said, just watch it and tell me what you think. So I watched it, and then I called him and said, so what's this mean? He said, well, it means that if this movie is successful, then we'll make the other part of Unbreakable. And that was what it was.
We know that Elijah's weakness is his illness. But at the end of Unbreakable, he gets caught. So it feels like he lacks of a strength because his plans always get frustrated. So what would you say that is Elijah's strength?
Elijah's strength is his mind. He suffered a lot. He understands suffering. He knows that the world is an unfriendly place, and he's made his peace with that. But he also knows that he has a will that's bigger than all those things, and that he'll find a way.
Elijah Price kind of reminds me of Nick Fury in some ways. Now that you have played both, are they inspired by the other? Do you think that they are inspired?
No, I don't think about one while I'm doing the other at all. No.
How was working with Bruce Willis on Knight again?
Bruce is always fun because Bruce and I have done so many films together, so we have a very easy way of coming together and working. And we understand each other's rhythms and playing rhythms. But we didn't do that much together in this particular film. Knight is still a challenging director in terms of what he wants from you. No matter what you come prepared to do, he always wants a little more. Or he pushes you in a way that you didn't expect to go. So you find a way to make it part of what your plan was, whether you wanted it to be your plan or not.
Do you think that Unbreakable fans are going to be satisfied with this ending?
I don't know. There's closure. There's closure and possibilities. So we'll see how that works.